Hello, today we will guide you through how to import a repository in Google Colab from GitHub. To begin, open Google Colab and make sure you are on the welcome screen. This is the starting point where you can create and run notebook cells directly in your browser. If you are new to Colab, think of it as an online coding workspace that lets you run Python and shell commands without setting up anything on your computer. Once you are on the Colab page, click on Code to create a new code cell. This cell is where you will enter the command that brings a GitHub repository into your Colab environment. Creating a fresh code cell helps keep the process clear and organized. In that code cell, type git clone. The exclamation mark is important because it tells Colab to run this as a shell command rather than standard Python code. The git clone command is used to copy a repository from GitHub into your current Colab session. At this point, do not run it yet because you still need the repository address. Next, go to GitHub in a separate tab or window. Once GitHub opens, navigate to the repository you want to import. In this example, a sample repository is being used, but you can follow the same process for almost any public repository you need. After opening the repository page, copy its address from the browser's address bar. This URL is what git clone uses to know exactly which repository to download. Be careful to copy the full repository link so the command works correctly when pasted into Colab. Now return to Google Colab and paste the repository address directly after .git. Clone in the code cell. Make sure there is a space between the command and the URL. Your line should look like a complete clone command with the repository link placed right after it. Taking a quick moment to check for missing spaces or extra characters can save time if the command does not run on the first try. Once everything looks correct, click the play button on the left side of the code cell to run the command. Colab will begin downloading the repository into the current session. You may see output appear underneath the cell showing the cloning progress and confirming that the files have been imported successfully. That's it. You have now imported a GitHub repository into Google Colab. From here, you can continue working with the files in your notebook session and start exploring the project right away.